much to whack at.
Both players have served extremely well today.
7 aces now for Agassi.
And that's really been the story of the match so far. Both players having problems getting anything going. Haven't had enough looks. Agassi with the clear edge this set in terms of chances. Becker had those early chances in the first set. Both players, as you can see, if they serve over 60%, it's very tough to break either one of these guys.
And Agassi is winning 75% of the points on his second serve. So a very cleanly served game again by Andre Agassi. 5-all.
That's a very, very high percentage of points on the second serve, 75. It's hard to imagine being broken if that's the case. Which explains why we may be headed for another tiebreaker. Is that 100? Haven't seen too many of those today. Total miss sort of from Becker there. Likes to take that big swing on the forehand side, so you do see that a couple times a match with him.
It's got nothing to do with this time of the day, does it, John? I mean, the lights are on. There's still some daylight left.
I never had a problem under the lights. I don't think it's a problem for either player. Really picked up Agassi's passing shots quite well today. Hasn't been fooled very often at all.
15-all.
Well, when you realize that both these guys were coached for a couple of years, more than a couple on Andre's part, by the same coach, he spent a lot of time explaining to each one of them how to play the other. Nick Bollettieri now with the extremely talented Mark Philippoussis of Australia, who gave Pete Sampras just about all he wanted a couple of rounds ago.
The young Philippoussis got a whole team of coaches now that Nick has joined. His father and Tony Roach, John Newcomb, all involved with that exciting young Australian. Just 18 years old, made quite a mark here against Pete Sampras in a losing effort last weekend. 40-15.
Ultimately, these players have to go out there and pick up at the last instant where they think the ball is going, irrespective. Yeah, right, I learned what they were told earlier. Thanks, David Dinkins.
And
almost
regardless.
did it again.
You know, it looked like it did sink onto the line. Becker obviously disagrees.
Do something once! I thought it got the line from here.
Well, the chair umpire weighed in that he thought it was on the line as well. And it did look like it kind of just took a big downer right there. A lot of top on it.
I don't know. I'm not sure that was big enough. It looked a little long to me when I first saw it hit. And Andre was walking to the sideline. Boris was walking as well. Didn't get another angle.
Yeah, even Agassi knew he'd missed that one.
For me, just once.
He just displayed his anger. He did win the final point in the game. 6 games to 5. Agassi now serving at 5-6, trying to force a tiebreaker here in the second.
Thank you.
Becker definitely gave Wayne McEwen the business on that last changeover, but Agassi's coach Brad Gilbert says you got to get this guy talking German. That's when you know,
he's upset. Well, it was all English.
That could not have been more perfectly timed.
15-all.
More beautifully struck.
You said it, Mary. Hit it right on the money. Step forward, all the body weight. Just perfect.
Thirteen, 15.
Agassi continuing to serve big.
9 aces. Tiebreak again.
6 seconds left.
First to 7 wins the tiebreak. Out of 12, must win by 2. Becker will serve once. And Agassi twice, and they'll alternate until the conclusion.
Agassi figured if I keep the return low, sooner or later I'm going to get a break. Becker's not going to guess right. Becker, you see, left a little bit too early there. Agassi picked up on it in an instant and pulled it cross court for a winner.
Any break to Agassi?
Himself in a little bit of trouble there, but was able to recover because Becker didn't do enough with that backhand volley. So plenty of time to set up, decide what he wanted to do. Stay down nice and low, pull a cross court for 2 love lead.
Again, Agassi, he looks faster than Becker. I mean, he is faster. He takes the corners so well. He doesn't have as much bulk
He
to
can
deal
stop
with.
faster.
Stops faster, turns better.
And Becker that time miscalculated that running forehand. You can see he sort of was trying to line it up, but at the last second realized he was there. Didn't have it timed the way he'd like. Love 3. Both players. Cyclops going off. Becker does not get a first serve, however. And I must agree with Boris, though, in that case, because that was clearly not his doing, and he was about to serve, so it clearly disrupted his second serve. He should have gotten a first serve. It's bad break for Agassi if it happened, but I mean, it clearly threw Becker off for a couple seconds, and he was about ready to serve, and he couldn't.
fifth double fault, and he's 0-4.
I don't think he...
In a normal match in another week, I get 2 balls if it's a beep after the first serve. I don't go. I wasn't in my motion, sure. This is amazing.
Well, Becker obviously feeling identically to your description, John, that he should have received 2 serves.
Got off his 18th ace.
Agassi calmly fires another of his own, number 8.
Answers back with his 10th.
10th, pardon me. 5-1 in the tie break. They'll change ends here.
Agassi has had one of the best serving days I've ever seen him have.
Not a bad place to have it. Semifinal U.S. Open in defense of your crown.
And in fact, a lot of the serving practice he's done was in reaction to losing his serve at Wimbledon against Becker, being up a set in a break.
The fact that he was upset in 2 breaks, he said to myself, I got to improve my serve.
That's right.
If I can lose from that position, and he clearly has. We haven't seen much of that today. In fact, pays off at 5-1 down. There's still a hope. 6-1 down would have been too much, but 5-2 is still a glimmer of hope.
Becker had to play 3 tiebreak sets in his last match, the quarters against Patrick McEnroe. Then his second here in this match. Big return again from Agassi. 4 set points for Andre Agassi, already up a set. Andre Agassi with a little help as a 2-set